guys, welcome back. I'm Jess and today we are filming a first impressions on this bad boy, and it's the Chichi Aphrodite Goddess of Love palette, their brand new one. I think they released it probably about a month ago and I picked it up a couple of weeks ago. Sorry, I just wanted to say sorry that I haven't been around for the last 3 weeks. I've actually been quite unwell. I've been in hospital probably the last 8 days. I've only been out of hospital the last 2 or 3 days, so, and before that I was in hospital 3 days, so about 12 days I've been in hospital. I'm going to do a story time on that in the future, but anyway, we're going to do a first impressions on this. There is 54 shades in this palette. I'll give you a look. Look how pretty they are. There's matte shimmers. I think there's also glitters in there as well. I will also insert swatches later on in the video. Also, I'm hoping my video has improved because I do have a new camera. Yay! But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna give more info about the palette. So 54 shades basically, so that equates, because it's $49, it equates to about 91 cents per shade, which I think is pretty good for Australian dollars, and it's all the trending shades at the moment. But I'm going to zoom you in and we're going to dive right on into the first impressions, because I've not used it. I've had it sitting around for a couple of weeks. Target had it on sale, I think, for $39. They had 30% off because I don't pay full price because I'm a tight ass bitch. So let's start playing with this palette. Okay, I've zoomed you in as close as I can actually get you in. I'm going to set my base first off with this creamy white color. It does come with a nice mirror. They are a little bit powdery, but you guys know how I feel about powdery shadows. Like high-end palettes can be powdery. It doesn't really bother me that much. I'm hoping that it doesn't have much kickback because as you can tell, I've done my base. I rarely do my base before my eyes, but I wanted to see if it does have kickback. I hope not, because I have to get ready quickly. We're going to see how this wears throughout the day, and I'll come back and give you my final thoughts on this palette, if it's worth it. I really don't know what look I'm going to do. I have to go to the doctor's with my hubby. I don't really want to do too glam, but you know. And then tonight we're doing date night because we're going to see a movie. We're seeing Daddy's Home too. So anyway, I think I'm going to go with this mustardy shade. So on the brush they do deposit quite well. They blend out quite well too. Because I've got hooded eyes, I do like to bring it more in a circular shape and up higher past my crease a little bit. I'm only going to do a simple look today, but to blend out super easily. That's really actually quite nice. I'm going to do that shade Azar. They do kind of remind me of like the Huda Beauty vibe, desert dusk palette kind of colour range, without the hefty price tag, which is lovely, especially if you can get it on sale. They blend out really nicely. I'm going to take a clean brush. This is a designer brand, I think, or your models prefer eyeshadow brush, and I think I'm going to go in with, without gouging the palette there, that one. I'm only using mattes at the moment. They apply really nicely. And I'm half blind without my glasses, and I'm only using the viewfinder, not even using a mirror, so I'm like, they blend out quite nicely. This is a platinum brush. These are one of my favourite brushes from Woolworths. Just dipping into that same colour. So I've caught up with that side, as you can see, and then I'm going to go in with this really pretty toffee brown colour on my lid. So this is still a relatively clean brush. The mattes blend out beautifully and there's been no fallout. I'm going to do under the lash line, taking that same brush, and I'm going to go in with, I think, just that colour, just to try out some different colours. So I think I'm going to do a shimmer, if I can find one that I like. Oh yeah, for the inner corner, that one, and the brow bone. They are pigmented. Okay, so I'm just going to apply my normal mascara and do my lipstick, and I'll show you the finished look, and then I will come back throughout the day to show you how they wear, and I'll give you my final thoughts at the end of the day. So this is the finished look. The kind of orangey brown, grungy look, I suppose. Really pretty though. I'm quite happy with this palette so far. I am going to do a catch up throughout the day and that kind of thing, and then I'll come back with swatches and my final thoughts at the end of the night. So I'm here for my check-in. As you can see, they have worn quite well. They've not creased or faded. I think for a drugstore priced palette, especially if you get it on sale, it's actually a really good palette because you can play around with all the trending shades at the moment, and it's kind of like, I don't know, like a miniature version. I want to say miniature because like it's bigger than the Huda Beauty, but it's less expensive. Anyway, there's 36 grams of product in this palette, which is really good. It's cruelty free. It's available in Target, Maya, so it's fairly accessible for us in Australia, and it's also available online. Online ships internationally as well, so I think that's pretty good as well. Cruelty free. Are you vegan? I'm not sure if you're vegan, but it is cruelty free. I do know that much. So overall, I do think it's a really good little big palette. I do quite like it. I've enjoyed playing around with it today. It lasted really well. It's been a really muggy day, and I've got oily eyelids as well. All I did was prime my eyes with the e.l.f. primer, and I set it with a drugstore powder. It was a Face of Australia one, and then I just went ahead and did my usual kind of eyeshadow. That was basically it. So yeah, it's now about 5 o'clock now, and I applied it, I think it was 1 o'clock that I started. So colours held up well, quite vibrant, no creasing, which is rare for my hooded eyes. It's Jess approved. I like it. Let me know in the comments if you guys enjoyed this kind of video, and let me know what you guys want to see in the future, and I will see you guys in the next video soon. Bye!